You studied manifestation but still don't see any results, then this video is for you. After this video, you will manifest the things in your life that you really want. And if we are honest, most people are not manifesting the things that they really want in their life, but rather the opposite. They're manifesting the things that they don't want in their life. I'll show you, I'll teach you how to manifest the things that you really want in your life on a daily basis, consequently with a good strategy. Once you understand, once you have the awareness about manifestation and how it works, then manifestation becomes easy. Stick to the end. You will love this strategy. Now, before we start to manifest, I have to explain you what is manifestation, how does it work, and how can you use it in your daily life. Because whether you are already studying manifestation, you read something about it, you saw some videos on YouTube about manifestation, and you didn't have any success with it, well, it's not because that manifestation doesn't work. Maybe you didn't understand it, how it works. Because everyone is manifesting everything in their anything every day in their life. Because even if you don't attract the things that you want, well, the things that you don't like, you also manifest it. How to explain that? Well, everything vibrates in our world. Everything what you see, everything, even what if it seems solid, is vibrating, and it's vibrating at a certain frequency. Every molecule is vibrating. And if you, for instance, to give an example that you understand immediately, if you want to reach me and you want to reach me on my cell phone, well, you just need to dial my number, and that number is just fixed with one type of frequency. My phone is working on a certain frequency. Your phone is working on a certain frequency. And only if you have the code, the number of my frequency, you can reach my phone. And once we match those frequencies, now we can talk. And then there is a whole technical thing that it goes about satellites and antennas. And that's the way that technically works, that we can speak to each other. But if you observe an acorn that's in the ground is also vibrating. It's working on a certain frequency. And the acorn can only vibrate on the frequency that it's programmed. It vibrates and it attracts the nutrients that it's conducive to become the tree. The plan of the tree is already in the acorn. In fact, the tree is already in the universe. But it's programmed through the acorn. It attracts the nutrients. The nutrients are attracted by the acorn, and that makes the roots, and then become stem, leaves, and then we have the whole tree. But in fact, the plan, the frequency, is already in the acorn. The acorn manifests the tree. And that's how you should also think about manifestation. If you want to manifest something, the first thing that you need to have is a desire. And desire is a glitch from God, is from God, desire. It's a universal void in you that you feel that you have to fill up. And that can be money, that can be friendship, that can be health, that can be something materialistic. It's something that you really want, a need, a void within you. And now, the second step, once you have your desire, now you need to put attention, to put interest in that typical thing. That can be creating wealth. That can be finding your partner, your soulmate. That can be a car, whatever. If you want it, First, you need to acknowledge that's what I really want. And once you acknowledge that that's what I really want, now you have to put your interest, your focus, your energy on it. And now you start to vibrate on that frequency of the thing that you desired. Once you're there, then you have to expect that it will come to you. If you have my number and you dial my number, you expect that the number will hook you up with me. You wouldn't dial that number if your desire is to talk to me, but you just don't expect me to pick up my phone. Why should you dial that number then? Well, same is for the desire that you have in your daily life. The wish that you have, that purpose that you have, that thing that you really, really want, that something, that void that's inside. Well, that is on certain frequency. And you need to put the interest. And once you have the interest, now you have to have the expectation. And expectation comes with belief. And belief is faith. So the state of mind should be belief, not mere wish or hope. That's what Napoleon Hill taught us in Think and Grow Rich. Your state of mind should be belief. And belief, I like to say, like, be on the level. Believe. Be on the level of what you really want. Think on the frequency. And there it goes wrong. That's where we have to think about our, and that's a secret step to manifestation. So stay tuned. The secret step to manifestation, once you have your desire, once you got interested in it, you put your focus on it, you get documentation, you start to study, you move towards it, you take already some action, even if you don't know how you will get there to the final point, but you take the first steps, like someone who climbs a mountain and you just take one step and another step and one step. He doesn't have to think about the last step, he just has to think about the next step. So that's also what you do, you take the next step. And then you expect to getting closer to the summit. That's what your expectation. Where does it go wrong now? Well, most people, they talk at the outside differently than they think at the inside. They say, I'm going to get wealthy. I'm getting rich. Next year I'll have this. And by doing so, they're creating that gap. They're creating that gap, and I wrote it down on my whiteboard here, that all those statements that we have, I'm getting, I'm going to, I will, this year I'm moving towards, all those statements that we have, that we say out loud, are creating a time gap between the manifestation and the realization of our manifestation, our desire, and the realization of the thing desired. That's the manifestation, because manifestation is bringing from the four-dimensional non-tangible world into the tangible world. That is what we manifest. That's when manifestation happens. It becomes to the tangible world. It is already there. When the Wright brothers taught us how to fly, well, we always have had the ability to fly, but we weren't aware how to fly. This phone, we always had the possibility to make it. No one went somewhere to another galaxy to get some composites and some technology. No, we were not aware how we could create something like a cell phone. And that's with everything what we create is already available, but we are not, we don't have the desire. Let's say go 100 years back, the people didn't have the desire to drive a car, so they drove the back of a horse. If you don't have the desire for something, you don't put the attention into it, and if you don't put attention to it, you don't expect it to happen. So that's where it goes wrong. People say, they write even down on a go-kart, but then they say it in the not in the present tense, but they say it unconsciously, they say it in the future, delayed. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm getting. No, I'm so happy and grateful that I enjoy the money I deserve. I enjoy my bank account is always full. I enjoy the love of my spouse. I enjoy my fit and healthy body. I'm strong. I can push everything. Those are statements in the present tense. And those statements in the present tense, they create a feeling. And there's the secret. You need to, it's not those affirmations and keeping on saying those affirmations that will create the manifestation. It's creating the silence in you and creating the feeling of the desired state. So if you want to become healthy, you need to be quiet and feel yourself healthy. And if you do that regularly, you will keep that feeling longer and longer. And the longer that you create it, now your state of consciousness will be health. And you will be healthy. That is how it goes. So if you want to be wealthy, you have to create for yourself that silent moment and feel the state of being wealthy. How is it to be wealthy? How would it feel for you to be wealthy? What would you do? How would you enjoy your day? Feel it like it is already there. And mentally, it should be there. That's where the gap is. The gap between the realization and manifestation. As long as you put it away from you and you let it, the outside determine your inside, so everything what you see around you is contradictory to what you feel, and you let the outside change that feeling, your manifestation will never happen. And that's where the hard work is. That's where the understanding is. It starts with understanding, but now you have to practice it and exercise it and becoming aware. What do I really think? What do I really believe? What do I really feel? So the moment that you want to be healthy, wealthy, or beloved, and then at that moment, when something goes wrong in your life, or a letter comes in, or whatever, and then you change that state, it's like changing the frequency of a radio, and you switch from one type of music to another type of music. Or that you're dialing my number, and you just switch one number. You will never reach me. Same for your manifestation. So try to understand that all those statements like I'm getting, I'm going, I will, this year. Well, try to become aware of that and change them in a present tense feeling. I am enjoying. I have the possibility. Whatever you create, but become aware that if you say statements, if you think about something, that it's always in the present. It's already in your possession. Thinking from the state, thinking from the end, as Neville Goddard had always said. Thinking from the end. Well, thinking from the end is feeling from the end. It's like it's already done. That's maybe a statement that you heard wealthy people or successful people often say. They start a new project and they say, consider it done. It's not just some simple words that they say, but they say it with that conviction. They feel it. It's already done. And if you have that feeling that it's already done, they don't doubt it anymore. They expect it. They expect that they will move forward and it's already done. So I hope you learned something in this video. If you like this type of video, don't forget to smash that like button and also become a member of this YouTube channel. It would help me a lot and it probably would help also you a lot. I also like to mention that we have a school community. I'll put it in the description, and also the if you scan the QR code, then you go directly to the school community, and there we teach every day this type of information, and you also can ask questions. Hope this helped. See you in the next video and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.